I'm like a person that is just... it's fun. You can be knowledgeable and say, yeah, making mistakes is a good thing. You can know that making mistakes means that you're learning.
Sure.
But I'm still the person, even though I know that, I don't want to make mistakes, and I won't do stuff because I'm afraid of making mistakes.
You should try to do
the correct thing.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right.
But if you happen upon a mistake, you have to learn that it is what it is.
Okay.
It's something I say a lot. Like
it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like or it will be, or it won't be.
Yeah.
But like
I forget the
But
quote,
there's nothing you can do about it.
Someone amended. It's like make mistakes that you can walk away from, or that you
make
can,
mistakes that you can live with.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever made mistakes that you almost couldn't live with?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
One time, I was working.
There,
I was working at the sandwich shop, and a coworker who I do an impression of was there, and one of his friends was also there at the bar.
Okay, so I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and I might have even told you the story.
No, I don't know.
And he was like, "Hey, you should go do your impression of me for my friend."
Oh yeah,
and
I was there.
I was like, okay, it's kind of weird. I usually just do it like out of the blue or something, and so I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, this guy wants me to do my impression of him," and they were like, "Yeah, okay, go ahead." I did it, and they just stared at me like mouths agape. And
like offended?
No, they just didn't get it. Like they didn't think. And I mean, I guess the impression may only hit home with people that happen to work with.
Yeah. You get like to see the intimacy of
mannerisms while you're working.
Yeah.
Can you do the impression?
No, it's more of a visual thing.
Okay.
It's not.
Can
it's
you?
not
I want you to do it for me. So
he can do it.
I don't know who you're
for
talking
sure.
about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just do it so that.
All right,
and I'll describe.
Don't hit the space bar.
Don't hit the space bar. Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess that up, Michael. New mistakes every day. Okay.
So Michael's standing and.
Uh-oh.
You did hit it.
No.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, not worrying.
All right.
Okay. That's great. So, alright, he's just doing a nice walk. It reminds me of Steve Martin's Wild and Crazy Guy.
Yeah, he kind of does.
That's what he's doing right now, basically. That's a great impression.
I'm gonna tell him that.
He is a wild and crazy guy.
Yeah, he is a wild and crazy.
Oh, we've had him on the podcast.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was the only time I can remember going out of my way to tell someone a joke, and then they would just
giving you nothing.
It bombed so horribly. They weren't even like nice about it. They could have just
nothing.
given me a polite chuckle.
It's always better to. I always think that like when it concerns of jokes that I tell or my art, like if it's rather I'd rather someone to be like, ugh, that sucks, or like, ugh, than like nothing.
Yeah,
because
nothing can be like
something. Well,
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. And honestly, that was one where it happened, and I was like, well, I don't want to speak to people for a long time.
Yeah, to go hide in the closet and think about killing myself.
Yeah.
But I got over it.
You got a taste of what it's like.
You got to learn to bomb, though.
Bomb standing up.
That's something I was talking about. Skateboarding. I was skating another day with one of my friends, Andy. He's a friend of ours. We used to work at the sandwich shop, and talking about like learning to fall, like is the most important thing in skating. Like
so
learning to fall and learning that you will fall. And learning because you can. Yeah. If you go limp. You're not gonna get fucked up, but if you get stiff, you're gonna break a fucking bone.
And if you're too afraid of falling and hurting yourself, you're not gonna take the risk necessary to really accomplish.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was
but that applies to everything.
Yeah.
I get like I get like philosophical when I skate sometimes because it's like I've been doing this my whole life and like I don't have the desire to stop. It's like art and shit too.
Yeah.
But I start thinking about it and getting like. Because I'm getting older or whatever, and it's like, whatever, you get nostalgic. But thinking about, like, that people say, like, skate vision or whatever, but, like, you look at the world and you always see spots to skate or whatever. But then you apply that to, I apply that to everything. I go out and looking at the world and trying to, like, I take pictures of stuff to later use for reference for paintings. And I have that.
I do that stuff.
I think I'm capable of that because of how I, like, from skating. I don't know, just tangent, but something.
No, it makes sense. I do the same thing kind of, but I'll just I don't always take pictures for reference. Sometimes I take pictures just...
Yeah, sometimes I don't, but I mean, sometimes it'll spark an idea or whatever.
I end up just staring like an idiot at something and no one really knows that I'm paying attention to them anymore. I'll just be like, But I'm actually looking at it because
he makes
I'm just...
that noise the whole time.
Yeah, I do make the noise.
It draws a lot of attention to it.
It's like when you're...
That's actually the main reason, I think.
It's like a buffering screen. Loading.
But I'm just looking at it because I'm trying to, like... take it all in so that I can remember how to paint it / draw it / sculpt it, do whatever. Make it.
Yeah.
That was on Zoom.
Come on and zoom, come on and zoom, come on and zoom, 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 zoom.
I think that's how it went.
I don't know.
It's the hair club.
Oh, that's right.
Hair club for Zoom.
You weren't 6 years old.
We watch PBS because it's hair club for movies.
You're one of those smart kids that got to skip ages 6 through 8.
I watched that in like middle school, dude.
Yeah, I watched that when I was like in second grade and first grade too.
Oh wow!
Like
I was a late bloomer. It's the Hair Club for Movies.
This is a movie club podcast where we pick a movie and watch it and talk about it.
This week it was my pick. I picked Four Lions.
Andrew's
What's
pick.
your name?
Oh yeah,
I don't.
That's Andrew. I'm Michael.
I'm Drew.
Yeah. Did you guys like the movie?
I did.
Nice.
I did.
Did you like it? Yeah.
This is one of those ones that was totally under the radar for me. I knew nothing about it or like when it was made or who made it.
I felt nice that
I was expecting a stinker because you always come through with.
really always come through with the stickers.
Yep. So I was quite surprised.
I had more faith in you, Drew, that you'd like this because it's dark comedy.
Right up my alley. Yeah. Well, okay, so
very almost uncomfortably dark.
Oh yeah, I actually loved it for that reason.
When I first started, I was like, "How are they going to do it?" Jokes like,
"Oh
exactly.
no,
yeah, exactly."
I was all in. I mean, you guys, I was like, yeah, this is exactly because it's like, okay, should we say what the movie is first?
Yeah,
let's do that.
Andrew really likes doing the summaries.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because I couldn't do it. I would not do it.
Okay, so dark comedy set in Britain or London about.
That's in Britain.
Yes. I just want to.
Yes.
As you stroke your mustache.
Yeah. Anyway. Set in London and about these four like friends, acquaintances. I don't even know what to call them. They're just like a group of guys.
Just good old fashioned jihadists.
Good old fashioned jihadists, and they're trying to get their toes wet in the suicide bombing arena.
Can you really get your toes wet? You can only you can only dive in.
As they find out, obviously. But like, they're having like trouble sort of figuring out what they're gonna do or what they're really like gonna fight for. They know they're like jihadists, but they're also at the same time sort of like, realizing what it means to be a suicide bomber. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to put this as like practically as I can.
You can just run through the bullet points.
So they're trying to figure out how best to blow people up, and two of the best friends go over to Afghanistan, I think.
No, Pakistan.
Or Iraq. Pakistan.
Actually, I think it's Somalia. They were going to Pakistan.
No, not Somalia.
He said Pakistan is. I'm pretty sure they said Pakistan.
But they didn't make it all the way there.
Right, well, I remember him mentioning that's where he said, though.
Yeah. Anyway, they go over there and fail at being, Mujahideen, and then they come back, and one of their friends starts to make fun of them. They just bust each other's balls for the whole movie until at the very end when they actually do get a hold of explosives. Then they go to a fun run and finally.
Well, first their friend, their friend explodes.
Yeah, their friend explodes.
Sheep.
He falls onto a sheep and explodes, and then that sort of all gives them that like, oh shit, do we want to do this?
Yeah, well, I guess we should mention their explosives that they make. They're like, I don't know what they are. They're homemade, and they just explode with like any sort of impact.
Yeah.
So they're not like, I mean like specialized detonators or anything. It's sort of like you just slap it on the ground and it blows up.
Yeah. It's like a snap, like terrorist snap pops.
Yeah, snap pops. They just got a big bag of snap pops and just strapped them to themselves. Anyway, it's like a friendship movie, but with the darkest backdrop.
I just wrote Lock, Stock, Jihad. Because it's Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but a fucking jihad movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're bumbling.
Yeah, they're a bunch of friends trying to do something, and they're just failing at it.
It's just a goofy, heartfelt movie about doing it for Allah.
Yeah, doing it for Allah.
And really,
it was really funny though. Like when I first saw the trailer for this movie back in like 2009 when it was about to come out. I don't know how I saw it. I think it was just a YouTube. Like, I don't know how I stumbled upon it. I was just like, oh, sweet. That movie looks awesome. And then I kept watching the trailer. It just get funnier and funnier to me every time. I was like, this gotta be funny.
What year did it come out? I thought it said
2010.
2010.
Yeah. And I watched it, and it just sort of, like, took me by surprise how... Because even back then... I mean, obviously back then, it was super relevant. And now, arguably even more relevant because, like... It's just more frequent or whatever. I don't know. But, like, because people still die like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just... Sure knocked me on my ass how they got away with it, in my opinion, at least. Like, they really made a funny movie about that subject. Like, it wasn't...
It's a tone, because it's an absurd movie.
It's extremely absurd.
It's a slapstick movie.
It's extremely absurd.
Well, and then at the end, it took a surprising turn into satire. Effective satire, which I think sort of brought the whole thing, like, home. That,
It ended perfectly, too,
you can't only make jokes about a subject this dark. There's a point where you have to, like... look at reality and and this they did a good job there. I mean that scene with the idiot one, Waj.
Oh, that's
when he
which one?
It's not Waj. It's Wedge, right?
Waj, W-A-J.
Yeah, he's
they pronounce it like Wedge.
I watched those subtitles. So.
Well, honestly, the accents, it's like the British accents were so thick, and then they also speak other languages. So I had the subtitles on, and then they would
have subtitles. Look, on mine it was like they did it perfectly, so it was like double space and the one was just offset so I could read them both.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was a little hard to follow dialogue, although, not difficult.
My favorite parts were the dialogue. All my notes are just quotes.
They were.
But that scene where Waj is in a coffee shop keeping the one guy hostage, and the officers show up and shoot the wrong guy because Waj appears... He is more white looking than the other guy.
And he pushed the bomb
to the other side of the table. He was like, "Put your hands on it, and you'll be dead before I am," or whatever.
And he seemed scared and like an idiot. So they didn't expect the other guy to seem mellow. So he seemed like the guy.
It was so funny the first time I saw it. That's such a British thing to do. Like, that's British humor, where like they go in and shoot the wrong guy, but they don't really reveal it right away. Yeah. You're left there a moment. You're like, oh my god, did they shoot the wrong guy? They
did that twice.
They let you land
shot
on
Chewbacca.
It. I know, it was funny.
And they have an argument about whether a Wookiee's a bear or not.
That's what I mean. Like, that's British. That's such British humor.
Yeah,
that's British, but I mean that's like Kevin Smith humor too.
It is.
But I mean he pulls from British because he's like a written writer.
It's just such a like a,
he's a written writer, a written.
That's such a British sketch though, where something happens, but like they have a side argument about what just happened.
That seems like almost like a Kids in the Hall skit.
Yeah,
but that's Canadian. Canadian humor is fucking British humor too.
Yeah.
Monty Python would do that skit.
That's what I mean. Like that's what when I think of that. I'm like Monty Python would do that if they were immortal and kept going. Yeah, they would have landed on that at some point. But one of my favorite quotes was when I forget he's like the rapper jihadist.
Yeah, like sort of the one
his name
with that does the fake G.
He was like the fourth man.
Oh shit!
I forget his name. He's the one who like did the fake explosion in the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's dancing with that chick in the flats when they all come back, and was that me?
Jeez.
That was me, sorry.
Rule number 1.
Get your dang ringer off.
He's dancing with the girl in the flat, and they all come back, and they're just sort of staring at him. And she leaves. They say, "You have to kill her now." And he's like, "I have to kill her?" And then one of the dudes, I forget his name, he's like, "Oh, what? You can fuck her, but you can't kill her. What's wrong with you?" That's so fucking funny.
That's I didn't think that was funny at all. I thought it was like him being real. Like,
well, no, that's why it's funny because that's
yeah.
like an actual like thought process in like radical jihadist minds. It's like, oh, I won't be in the same room as a woman or whatever. Like, they just...
I love that scene. It wasn't like hilarious. A lot of the movie stuff, it was like, I recognize this as funny.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
not laugh out loud funny.
But it was like, oh my god. Like, when he comes in and he won't be in the same room as whatever, his brother won't be in the same room as because the woman's there. Yeah. And they have a squirt gun fight. Yeah. Until
during that,
he starts doing it too.
Yeah, it was funny because they got him mad enough that he like had to squirt back.
Yeah,
he was like protesting. But
it's so silly. It's so silly.
Yeah,
they're fucking with him.
It's
that's like crazy.
It was a really good moment in that film.
This movie's crazy because like think about what happened with like Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah,
you know Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah.
So
I know who he is.
Yeah,
I see him every once in a while.
But those cartoons got killed because they like whatever they drew, fucking somebody fucking
they just
like
drew
a general like some army guy or something fucking Muhammad in the ass or something crazy like that. Yeah, that's their whole thing is shock.
Oh yeah,
and they got fucking killed for that.
They got killed for it,
the reason these kinds of things are heavy and like Team America. And anything that South Park in general, like that shit is important because it I don't know. I don't know why it's important actually.
I could.
That takes a lot of balls at least.
You can't. Nothing is above satire.
Yeah.
Especially an extremist mindset that like drives people to kill other people.
Yeah, right.
Certainly. Like this is something that we should be making fun of.
Yeah.
We should not be taking these people seriously.
Take the piss out of it.
Yeah. Like. They are certainly a threat, but
when they
above everything else, we should be making fun of them.
Oh yeah,
and
before anything else, actually, you should just be making fun of them.
Yes,
and it's
I think that's rad. I think that's one of my favorite things is like shitting.
It's reassuring
irreverence. You know,
I discovered that
thing for things that matter, not just Family Guy irreverence. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Like,
South Park, actually the people who made this movie, I forget the director's name, but even though all of these actors, not all of them, I think the extra British
the director and the writer is Christopher Morris.
Yeah, okay, Christopher Morris, I had that on my note last time. But, a lot of the actors, Riz Ahmed, the main actor, is definitely... Middle Eastern, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he was exactly how he appeared in the movie. I think he's British born or something like that.
Yeah, probably.
But I wouldn't be surprised if, like, when this movie came out, they got threats or like death threats.
Oh, I'm sure they absolutely did.
But I'm glad that they made the movie anyway because it's like it's just an important movie. If you ask me.
We actually rented Red State the other day. Have you seen Red State?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Well. You should see it. It's Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith's first non-comedy movie.
Okay.
And it's about not the Westboro Baptist Church, but it's the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
But it's like a twist of like it's almost like torture porn, like fucked up. You're trapped and we're gonna kill you. Shit. And then hints at the actual apocalypse is happening.
Oh.
That Armageddon. It's like very subtle and like not heavy-handed.
And
John Goodman's in it. But it's like a shootout. Like it's like House of a Thousand Corpses, but with a church. You ever see Devil's Rejects? I mean.
Oh yeah.
It's like that, but with like it ends in a shootout basically. But
really?
it's amazing. But it's fucked up, and it's fucking Kevin Smith, and it's still funny at points.
Yeah.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
What's his name? Michael.
Fassbender.
No, old guy from that vampire movie From Dusk Till Dawn. He's the preacher from Dusk Till Dawn.
Johnny Trejo.
Nope. He's the main guy, old guy. Michael.
The preacher.
Garano.
Nope.
I know who you're talking about. Is he in Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah.
That's
maybe. No. Not Reservoir Dogs. He's an older guy. Come on. This is good. This is terrible.
I was about to say this is
terrible pods right here.
Anyway, he plays the preacher, and it's fucked up.
Okay.
They get put in cages. These teenage boys that think they're gonna go meet this girl on the internet to like have sex with.
I'm really nervous about like just nutcases putting me in a cage. And I'm like, no, it's a real fear. Like, you know how girls have to worry about just predators or whatever.
Right.
I know it's it might be irrational.
Anyone really?
Well,
not
that's what I
just
mean.
women,
Like that's what I mean. Like I still worry about like predators like every once in a while when like my mind wanders and I'm just like this could happen.
Like someone invasions and muggings.
You have to like 5 floors underground sometimes and walk up 5 flights of stairs.
It's just like sometimes it dawns on me that like even though I'm a guy, it is just as easy to fucking like knock me out and like
anybody with a lethal weapon. It's
exactly.
Like,
yeah. It just dawns on me every once in a while.
People love that movie, but like if you have a DVD, you could crack it in half and really hurt somebody with it. Lethal weapon.
Lethal weapon. Right, yeah.
So 4 Lions.
Plastic's sharp. Plastic is sharp.
Yeah, it is. If you crack it.
Have you ever tried to open an action figure case and you just like almost kill yourself?
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly it would be like the plastic getting under my nail beds.
Yeah, that's the worst. Oh, I hate it.
I'd smash your head off with a thing. That was my first favorite.
One of my favorite ones is I have got 18 opinions, all very good ones.
yes. Oh man. Oh god, when he's like just sitting in the doorway.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They were all
very good ones.
They were all such idiots in their own ways.
Yeah,
except for the main character Omar, who I would say
he's still kind of an idiot, but like it was
he's a suicide bomber.
Omar's the main
guy. He was an idiot because even though he knew everyone else was being goofy and shit, he's still just as big of like a dumbass, but like just because he was more like satirical with them and like would make fun of them more, he kind of hit his own idiocy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he was the guy who like shot the bazooka backwards too. Like he was just as
this movie was just like it was shot. It wasn't made like a comedy. That's how most great comedies are taken. They're playing it as if it's real as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And this movie is basically just about a guy that has a family that supports him.
Yeah.
That believes in him, and he overcomes adversity.
Yeah.
This is like
it's that underneath.
This is like Pursuit of Happiness, but with suicide bombing.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's shot like that. It's about your friend. It's about friendship. It's about family.
Yeah. It's about like just being okay with like
following
this goal
your dreams.
You have exactly. Yeah.
Following your heart or your brain.
There is a twist at the end. Omar almost has second thoughts. Yeah. But after he sees all of his friends are dead.
Actually, they all have second thoughts.
Yeah, and he's sort of like.
And they all die on accident, basically.
But he has no other choice except to go through with it.
Because all his friends.
And that's actually the darkest part of the whole thing.
It is, yeah.
Because for the most part, after the first time they fire the bazooka backwards accidentally and kill terrorists.
Yeah, yeah.
Kill Osama bin Laden. They find out at the end of the credits. Which is fucking great.
I kind of thought it would take a almost like cartoony approach where they would continue to try to kill innocent people, but they fuck up and only kill themselves. Yeah. You know, like.
I'm glad that Wile E. Coyote that way then, because
it's definitely Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. I didn't think about that, but that's absolutely what it is.
And also Wedge was like probably everyone's favorite character, but definitely my favorite character. Yeah. He was so fucking funny.
I would love to see this again too. I mean,
This was my third time watching it actually. Yeah. The first time I watched it when it came out. The second time like 2 years ago, and then. Yeah. Third time I remember.
And the white guy, I think his name was Brian. He was pretty good.
He was fucking funny too.
I have to say, in your quiz, you said this was a mockumentary. This is absolutely not a mockumentary.
Well, it's not a mockumentary, but like there were a lot of. I remember it.
There is like
they're doing the filming themselves, talking into the camera multiple times.
But there are other cameras, and they're not like aware of those cameras.
You're right.
I don't know,
but honestly,
crack down on you.
We were talking before the podcast about Parks and Rec, and that's filmed the same way. They never acknowledge like a camera crew.
Yeah, it's different.
But they will. There's all those scenes where it's a character talking directly to the camera.
It's mockumentary style, but it isn't a mockumentary proper.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Just a detail there, because I do love mockumentaries.
I didn't know what
expecting something else.
I wanted to put you guys in the right mindset of guessing though, because maybe one of you saw it and like it would have triggered something.
Yeah.
It was mainly for the guessing part of that. It wasn't like an actual.
No, that's fine, but just I don't know. Just
what would you call it? Because I don't know what to call it.
When you're. I feel like when those movies,
that style of filming has
it's just a style.
Yeah.
It's just mockumentary style.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're taking, but there are elements like
when they run.
You have to be aware of the camera.
The cameraman is obviously running it after them. Like you can see the camera.
And there's more. There's more than one camera.
Yeah.
and if that's fine, but if you move and you don't see a cameraman where there's clearly a camera, that's how you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, unless it's just a bad
That
edit.
would be a funny movie to see where, like, it isn't
a mockumentary.
It isn't a mockumentary, and they're definitely not acknowledging that there are cameras present, but you still just see cameramen filming in the background. That would be
interesting.
Funny, right?
That we should write down for later.
Yeah. Like, there's just people walking around filming them and getting in the way.
And you never acknowledge that
whole
they're there.
So it would be like the joke would be that there is
It's like you're actually
film crew.
Imagine like a period piece too, where like it's in a time period where there's just definitely, obviously not cameras, but there's like a camera crew in multiple shots. You're freaking out about this idea.
I love that, dude. That's like a.
You can feel free to write it down.
We don't need to write it. We're fucking recording it.
I know.
So we don't need to write it down.
You're right. We can just go back and listen to it.
All right.
Or someone else can steal our idea. Maybe we should delete this.
Yeah.
recording.
Okay. Because all the fucking millions of people this is just for our own fucking good. I had a note that said I love their leather couch because they had a dope ass teal couch in their little jihad room.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, of course you didn't. But because I don't know.
Was it in the apartment where?
It was like the shitty apartment where they were making the bombs and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't.
There was just like a couple chairs and it was like a love seat.
Yeah.
Like teal leather. It's pretty fucking.
Another British thing about our British humor. I don't know. I hate saying that, but like
it's a style.
I have no other way to like describe it. There's like a British way of doing comedy where like they introduce something in the beginning of the movie that's harmless, and then at the end of the movie it's not harmless. It's actually a big part of like like a turn or whatever.
Oh, like swallowing the SIM card.
Yeah, the SIM card at the beginning it's just a gag.
But
at the end of the movie
it's a callback.
Yeah. But it's not just acknowledging it. It's like actually someone's fate. You know, at the end of the movie.
It's because of this dumb, really stupid thing.
Well, and what a stupid idea, because like if it's in you now. Even worse.
Yeah, I know, it was funny.
Even worse, they could still trace it probably.
He's like, now you can't get rid of it. Like, you're going to have to pass it before you can't track you. You can't just set your cell phone down now.
And the gag where they, like, shake their head. Man. Their image on the cameras. Yeah, this
come
is
out
just,
blurry.
I mean, we could probably just sit around and, like, quote this movie.
Yeah. It's a really good... Also,
you floppy camel sphincter.
When, Fessel, is that his name, right? Sort of the smallest guy.
Yeah.
And he's like definitely the dopiest like guy out of all of them.
I think it was a Faisal, like with an F.
Faisal?
Anyway.
It spelled funny.
Yeah. Anyway.
It spelled funny.
What a weird
when he's sort of first introduced and he's like bought all of the chemicals for like the bombs and they're like, oh man, you got all these, and he's just like, got him at the store, and he's like, you bought them all at the store, and he's like, yeah, but I use different voices.
All the same voice.
Yeah. All the same voice. In the last one, he's like, well, what one was that? And he's like, that one was a woman's voice, and he just kind of tries to gloss over and like skip the conversation. Yeah. Fucking lost my shit.
And he's like, but what about your beard? And he said, I covered it up. And then if they ask you about your hands on your face, you say, well, I'm a woman and I'm ashamed of my beard.
It's great. So good. Great bits, man. Fucking
when he blows
bits.
up the crow. I don't know why. There's that's something. Even though it's dramatic, it's still slapstick to me. Like it's so funny.
It is. I mean,
it's
cartoon.
At the end, it said that only one crow was filmed during, or only one crow was harmed during filming.
I didn't see that. I didn't watch all the credits. God. Since you mentioned things blowing up, fucking. There wasn't any blood, really.
No, every
time they blew up, it was just their clothes exploded.
Yeah,
it was a cartoon.
That's what I'm saying. I thought
just like dark smoke blotting out.
If it would have been blood and shit, it would have been like too like heavy.
Yeah, very heavy.
So I thought that was great.
Yeah, I mean they let you know what happened, and it still was heavy. But
and also, what an awesome practical effect. Like I love that shit.
Oh,
just because that's what they did. They blew that shit up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was fun.
It's just great. Like I love.
One thing that I actually noticed that might have been overlooked is that even though it appeared to be a low budget film, but the scene where Fessel is running out into like the open area with those bombs, and the other guys are just sort of making fun of him because he's just being an idiot, and he jumps over the wall and falls down, and then there's that explosion right where that happens, and the sheep gets taken out too, all in the same scene. That had to have been 3 separate shots.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more. Well, that's what I'm saying. It appears to be low budget because it was low budget except for that
shot.
So the budget wasn't low. I mean, low budget means fucking $50 million still.
You're right.
Honestly, I don't know. I think they use what are called jump cuts. Mm-hmm. And I don't know exactly how they're made. I think they take a lot of skill. But
jump cuts where it's like you shoot an open thing.
And it appears like there is no cut. But I think that's what they were using.
That's what Monty Python. Python.
The thing is,
they're the ones that
I kept going back, and there is no. It's seamless because there's a big group of sheep there.
Yeah.
And they start running away sort of before he lands, and they don't. There's no There's no inconsistency. When the explosion happens, the sheep are still there running away. They might go a little bit faster.
Well, that's where the CGI comes in. It's just like cleaning stuff up.
Yeah,
like erasing stuff Photoshop style. Just stamp brush. You know.
My point is though that was a well put together scene because it was seamless to me at least. It was.
And when they they blow up the buildings later on, that's a.
Oh yeah.
And fucking Benedict Cumberbatch.
Doing a quick.
I know that was.
Quick shot.
I wonder. Whenever that happens, whenever there's like a grade A tier actor coming into a film like this, I wonder if he knew somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or
maybe he read the script and was just
actually looking.
I wonder if he's a producer, maybe.
Yeah.
Or something too.
What was it? Benedict Cumberbatch. This was kind of before he was a huge actor.
This was 6 years ago, I guess.
Yeah, all of his big movies were directly after this.
But he was still big.
But he was still big because he did a movie, one of my favorite movies called Atonement, and he was a big part in that. And that was in 2006.
But he was a big British actor too.
Oh, for sure.
Before that, so he was when this movie, people were like,
I'm not saying he was a nobody. But,
but he wasn't Benny Comes yet.
Yeah, he wasn't what was it?
That's not my term. Pete Holmes uses it on his podcast.
Benny Comes.
Benny Comes. Fucking great. Or Benadryl Kumquat. The internet has called him.
Oh god, I just can't. What was it? Benedict Cumberbatch is one of those actors who's definitely grade A dramatic actor, but when he wants to be funny, he can be funny.
Oh yeah, well
he's mainly the butt of the joke a lot of the time.
I think
that's funnier for us.
It is funnier. Yeah.
I think that being a truly good actor, I mean everybody said it comedians end up being better actors than dramatic actors because they have the full gamut of emotions.
Exactly, they're more in tune with
fucking comedy requires commitment more than anything.
And it also requires a lot of vulnerability too because you're literally like we were talking about before with your failed bombing joke.
Yeah. You're bearing your soul.
You're putting something more sensitive out for people to take or not take.
There's a million examples, but I was gonna say, look at Bill Murray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's still Bill Murray in movies, but he's just not cracking jokes. Bill probably sneaks them in because he has to.
Oh yeah.
But it's just one of those things. Yeah.
It's funny. I don't think I'd ever be able to do stand up, and really cause I just don't have that fearlessness that people can get on that stage and just be okay. It's like you were talking about with falling off a skateboard. That's why I never skateboarded is because when I got on that skateboard, I'd be like, oh man, I can tell I'm gonna fucking fly off this thing at some point.
Fear to fail.
And scrape my knee. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, I twist an ankle or break a bone or something like that.
It happens.
Or fly into traffic. That's the worst case scenario.
You know who
or you die.
Or you die.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Fucking
or you
die.
land on a suicide bomber and blow yourself.
I've really never.
They're everywhere, man. You could run over them on the road if you're not careful.
Break your tooth?
I broke my teeth out. Broke my arm, but that's okay.
Yeah.
You know who taught me?
Well, we should get those fixed.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I just broke my tooth out right now on this class.
Do we have to fix that right now?
You got your cousin, right?
Your tooth, he's in my car right now. I just told him to wait.
All right.
Yeah. Let's go do that, actually.
All right.
Let's get you some new teeth.
Let me hold on real quick. Music is a kind of rap music that is made. I mean, it came from being made in a trap, which is a drug house or a spot where whatever is going on. That's not where you live. Usually, could be too. But
so what's distinct about trap music?
Really a lot of a lot of cymbal, hi hat, and just rapping about fucking drugs whatever,
Normally,
like diss songs, like Violence, Gucci Mane.
It's actually really high energy.
2 Chainz.
It's like the only way to describe it.
It's kind of high energy. Yeah. I mean, you'd know if you heard it.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 Chainz is a popular version of trap music. A lot of new rap is trap inspired. Like, even a lot of the new Kanye West songs are trap inspired.
Oh, okay.
But real trap music, he went to Atlanta where like it's fucking they're doing that shit.
We should
record music in the same house.
We should start recording trap music and call it.
No.
We should, a 3-man group. We're called Parent Traps.
Oh my god.
Parent Trap music.
But that doesn't make any sense. Parents are always a pair of people.
And Parent Trap is about 2
Maybe it's a trap because there's 3
that aren't together anymore getting back together.
Parent Trap.
I don't want that.
Parent Trap.
My parents are divorced for a reason.
No, you just rap about divorce, Instead of growing up in the hood, you rap about divorce.
Parent Trap, like it's like teenagers going through puberty, like rapping about the hard life they have dealing with their parents.
They keeping me down. Yeah.
It's Parent Trap. Okay, you gotta explain it better. Or you wanna?
Let's do it.
All right, we're ready.
Okay.
3.
Where's that die, by the way?
You stuck your finger up like you were giving someone a.
We're back.
Damn.
Sorry.
That was probably a real one.
I can make a mean fake cough.
Yeah.
I'm an actor.
That's something that should be easy to do, but is kind of hard to fake cough.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's not for me.
It's that hard. You have to have that.
That's a good one.
See, that's
a good one, actually.
But I had to put.
You looked fake. You looked fake.
Well, that's the thing. That
should be your homework. That's your acting homework for today. Is to try to.
You can get the
do
sound, but you can't
cough.
look like you're in distress at the same time. You look like you're trying to cough.
Sure, you could. Go sell it.
But I feel like I'm gonna fucking puke if I'm trying to.
I mean, you look ridiculous.
Yeah. You're not. You ever seen videos of those like puppies that don't know how to bark?
Yeah.
I mean, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Well, who teaches them?
Or the ones that when they're trying to howl.
One would argue it's nature.
Did you know that cats only meow around humans?
Yeah, I read.
Does a cat meow if no one's around to hear it?
If a cat meows in the woods and no one's around, does it even make a sound?
Well, the cats in the woods wouldn't know how to meow because they learn it from human babies and then they teach it to each other.
Meow. I mean,
that's not bullshit because I remember reading that somewhere.
Yeah, I remember I saw a video where
I have to second guess you now because you've lied to me so much on the podcast.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I saw a video where there's a cat looking out a window and it thought it was alone. Had its pants down, so to speak.
The cat had its pants down?
And,
what's this one's name?
That's Stegosaurus Steve.
Stegosaurus Steve?
Yeah, the cat was looking out the window at a dog and was barking at it. The cat was barking at the dog.
That's awesome.
And then the cat turned around and saw there was a person there with a camera and just started meowing like, oh yeah, I'm a cat. I'm a cat.
I did see that.
It's interesting because like it's true that they're like they release DMT in their brains and shit. Mm-hmm. That's true, right? I mean, I've heard that, but is that a fact? You know about this?
Cats are just
That's why they're tripping out. That's why like they react to catnip because it releases something in their brain.
Oh, okay.
And they're like tripping balls. That's why they get so fucking weird on catnip. That's what I've heard. People eat cat brains because apparently you can. Whatever.
But there's not much in there. Though.
It's one of those things like
they have small heads.
You need a snack afterwards.
What I was gonna say is who was it? Terrence McKenna. I think we talked about this before. Terrence McKenna has talked about the apes evolved.
Yeah,
does he have something to say?
Keep going. We're trying to play this cat like a bagpipe so that he actually
keep going.
The apes evolved possibly because maybe they ate some magic mushrooms and their brain
got like triggered somehow.
And that's how they learned created language.
So it wasn't the monolith from 2001.
It was full of mushrooms is what they they cut it and you don't know what happens, but it opens and it's just a sea of magic mushrooms.
Yeah.
Well, it's a sea of cow shit.
I imagine
and then the mushrooms grow.
I imagine that like the mushrooms that would come out of the monolith were actually like There we go.
Hey.
Kind of like
annoyed at me if I held him for.
Hey, watch out! Don't rip out the cord.
Microphone.
I imagine the monolith cracks open and a bunch of like Smurf-like looking mushrooms.
Oh, like
out.
Mario.
They're tiny. Well, no, they're like
run everywhere and they gotta
really
chase them.
they're really innocent like the
Jump
Smurfs,
on.
and they all have like they're like a big community, and they're like the really adorable mushrooms with like legs and arms.
And
but,
they
like,
just learned to kill. So they start smashing them all to death.
Yeah, and like they're all running like it's like a panic show. They're all like, yeah,
But
like,
it's
running
shot
from the
down like from their point of view, and there's these
and all the
giants
apes are like just these gigantic monsters that are
smashing
eating
them with sticks.
and then they get smarter as they go.
And they're just licking the blood off of their sticks, and then they're fucking grilling them over the fire and eating them.
While they're alive, they're like, no.
Yes. That shot, but in claymation, like all. If that's what actually happened, they would all be claymation.
Yeah. Well, that's
Fuck yeah.
little do we know is that early like prehistoric times was all claymation.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you see, what's his name's, all those early, the guy who animated King Kong, the original King Kong.
Yeah.
It's all dinosaurs, and he's old. That was footage.
That was real footage.
Yeah, King Kong was a documentary.
They went to that island, and dinosaurs just move in claymation.
So
Same with giant animals.
back to Four Lions,
Something to do
or
with
not.
physics.
What else do we have to talk about?
I don't know.
You have anything else to say about Four Lions?
I think that like in terms of dark comedy, this is the most fitting phrase for like this is the most like clear cut. This is a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Because it's funny. It's definitely making you laugh, and it's definitely dark. Other dark comedy, sometimes I think that's like a title just to like give it a pass that it's not either. You know, it's not funny, and people are like, oh, you don't get the humor.
It's a drama that's like a little bit funny.
What would a movie be that you would describe as that?
There's just I don't know. I'm hard
Because
pressed to come
you
up with an
couldn't say
example.
because you never saw it.
I was gonna say that, but like
I
I
would
haven't seen
say,
it.
that's dark comedy, but it's not even that funny.
That's what I mean. Like a lot of
It's
dark
just
comedies
absurd.
aren't funny.
Yeah.
You know, they're not busting your gut, but this one really does.
Well, I think and comedies that are good are saying have something to say. That's the satire. I mean, it's
It's true.
My only gripe with this one, and it's not that big a deal because I know it's just totally absurd, is some of the characters I felt weren't like his wife, like Omar and his wife. They seemed way too normal to also be radical.
That's what I'm saying.
That was funny.
It was like she was so supportive of him, and his son.
Yeah.
He was telling his son a story about Simba being a jihadist.
Yeah.
And he was excited to hear the end, and he convinced his dad to go out and blow himself up basically because he was proud of him and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a hallmark. It's like a I don't know, like just a
why it was
crazy.
It's like an after school like Hallmark film to help support the jihadists. Instill these values.
I wonder.
There's something to be said there too.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure. I mean, I didn't live their lives, but like, especially a lot of the British-born people who end up being radical and like go either back to Iraq, Afghanistan, the Middle East. They'll either go back there and become a mujahideen or like Al Qaeda. They'll join one of those groups, or they actually just stay in Britain and they'll blow up. I forget what recently. There was a recent attack.
The London bombing. There wasn't a subway.
It was something. Or
well, I thought it was interesting that they did the London Marathon because of the Boston.
Yeah, the
Honestly,
Boston Marathon.
That probably is part of the reason this film. Whenever there's like a film that predates like
a tragedy.
Like,
was this before that?
This was before the Boston
Marathon.
Marathon.
Heathers was about a school shooting. It was right before Columbine came out. It's sort of like. Then we're not going to pay. They don't market it.
We're not going to. Yeah, we're not going to market.
They don't.
This film.
And
that's what happened. Like I think Donnie Darko. Like they had a lot of problems.
Yeah,
with
because there was like an airplane crash
and there was a kid.
Yeah.
Fucking like
There was a kid that got crushed under an airplane engine and went through a wormhole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happened in 9/11. They didn't the towers weren't being demolished. They were getting sucked into a wormhole.
So were you aiming for this to come out or record it around 9/11?
No, I really wasn't.
Wow,
Damn it.
I didn't even think of that.
No, I didn't either.
Sensitive prick.
I really didn't. I really didn't.
You're a defector.
Mean that. I actually had this long argument on Facebook.
Hi, NSA. Thanks for now listening to our podcast. Hope you like it.
This is the last.
Yeah, we made it to 40. No, 40 31 technically.
It's in the last one.
Or is it?
Or is it? I don't know. Unless we're about to be, hit by a bunch of
that would if that happened like right now, like they broke into here, I would be like, oh my god, somebody listens to our podcast.
Like they roll up in a black
How'd you
van.
know we were
Yeah, somebody had
yeah.
to flag us.
Yeah. Hey,
Thanks.
we
They're
should
just that
be,
good. They're just that good.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about terrorism more.
Yeah, let's make. They're the dumbest on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, that
Big old.
with their beards.
Yeah.
What are they doing with
What
those?
they hide under those beards?
Yeah, they got.
Now they chin, I'll bet.
They probably
right?
get candy stuck in there.
They probably all
That's
have
gross.
butt chins. They're all just too embarrassed.
Yeah, like Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
That's why he grew a beard, because he was fucking ugly.
Yeah. I mean, he was fucking ugly.
That's like I feel like that's a fact I read somewhere. The internet.
No, that beard, that was an Amish beard for sure.
Because he's fucking ugly.
Yeah.
He's not ugly. He was actually
He's
a good
dead,
looking dude.
so he probably looks terrible now.
I mean, he looked fucking haggard because all the pictures of him are from his presidency. But I mean, he was a young man.
I mean, if you see like paintings and illustrations
young,
of him
handsome.
He was a
without
young,
a beard,
handsome,
he's
That's
tall
why they
man.
called him Handsome Abe.
young, handsome.
Yeah.
That was it. He put out. People don't know that he put out a mixtape under the
radar. Yeah.
It was his name was Young Handsome.
Yeah. Young
YUNG
Yeah.
HAND money sign UM.
Money sign.
Young Handsome.
They called
Oh my
him
God.
dollar bills.
Oh, $5 bills is what they called him.
Yeah.
They called him Tall Bill.
He had five
$5.
tall bills.
Tall Bills.
All right, so you want to rate this now?
Yeah, what do you guys rate this film?
I give it a true. I give it a true.
I think it's safe to say I think we're going to go 3D on this.
Yeah, 3Ds.
3Ds, yeah. Hell yeah. Now, even though I did rate it a Drew, since I've seen it 3 times, I don't know when I'm going to watch it again, but I know I'll probably watch it. I'll watch it if I show it to someone.
I would love
Probably.
to show this to somebody.
Yeah,
I think it'd be.
Well,
it was kind of a weird one for me to like. Last night I had D&D.
Yeah.
And then I came home. I turned on this movie at like midnight. I'm sitting down here, not knowing what to expect. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been even funnier if I was like more awake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but-
I watched it this morning with my
Yeah.
coffee, so
Yeah.
I think that was a good choice.
Yeah. It's
Put me,
really.
put me in a strange frame of mind for the rest of the day, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's like, you could show this to someone. It's, like you said, the end has this redeeming sort of connection to the rest of the movie where it's not all just shock stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there really is, like,
There's a lot of
an
heart
emotional
to this
end.
movie.
Yeah, there's an emotional end to this movie. Like, to where I'd feel comfortable showing it to pretty much anyone. And I'd sit with them and be like, just bear with me. I know it looks like at first, but, like,
Yeah.
it's a funny movie.
It's
in no way, it's really more critical of this, like,
It is,
the
yeah.
extremists. Than,
Yeah.
It's it reminded me.
Anything
Have you
else?
guys seen God Bless America?
I haven't.
Is that the Bobcat Goldthwait?
Yeah, Bobcat
one?
Goldthwait movie. Basically, the guy goes on a killing spree, killing all these people that he thinks are bad people. Starting with the star of My Sweet 16 on MTV, a spoiled brat girl.
Oh, he kills
But it's like people that cut in line, or like people that
Damn.
are rude, people that talk in movies.
Yeah.
But he gets accompanied by a small girl, like a teenage girl,
Uh-huh.
and yeah,
Huh.
that's the whole movie.
I've heard the name before.
But it's like
of the
it's
movie,
not.
but I
It's not. It's just talking about the idiocy of America and the double standards of like PC culture and all kinds of things.
yeah.
It's just commenting on
That's cool.
our society and
Yeah.
him like, this is fucked. We're all fucked and we need to die. And he finds out that he has a terminal illness,
Oh, okay.
so he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It's a good.
That said, it's
that's a good-
hilarious.
yeah, that's a good.
But
premise.
it's got a lot of heart too. It's like there's this guy that really feels passionately about these things, and it's one of those things like I think my mom would watch it and could think it was funny, not like, what the fuck did you just show me, Drew? You know, like I feel like, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
great.
what I mean.
Earplug.
Like where I
God
could
bless America.
I could technically show this to my parents. It'd be really awkward, but I could show 4 lines to my
Yeah, I
parents.
feel like that's a loaded thing though, because they're religious and they have a
yeah.
lot more opinions about specific
Oh yeah,
things.
They would not. It'd be too shocking to them. You're right. They wouldn't get past
For different
subject.
reasons than they don't even cross our minds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
It's much. So, do you guys know about like cognitive dissonance?
Absolutely.
And-
suspension of belief.
It's sort of like your actions and your beliefs don't coincide, so you have cognitive dissonance.
Oh.
And I think when you can be openly critical of one religion, but you're religious in another way,
Yeah.
there's the dissonance there. Where
Well, that's
it's hard to like come
Majority
to
of
terms with
people
that.
on Earth. Yeah.
But then when you are like us, I would say fairly anti-religious.
Yeah.
It makes it
I would
very-
say anti-religious.
I
would
am.
say
I'm okay with saying that about myself.
I mean,
I don't want to.
when you say religion, do you mean Buddhism and shit too, like
I
Western
think,
philosophy?
I think almost
Yeah.
any sort of mysticism, any sort of belief in that is going to hamper your decision making.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's
There's
my
obviously
belief.
obviously less consequential religions out there.
Yeah.
Buddhism being one of them.
I think
Jainism
those
being
things
another.
are about just like finding inner peace.
Amish.
But I also
Yeah.
I don't.
I agree.
I
but
don't.
I feel like those are more philosophies than religions, anyways. Especially Buddhism, because he says
Yeah,
don't
and
worship.
I mean,
There's not as much dogma in those.
I think
really, but
Buddhism and Taoism can be very beneficial for
Yeah.
people,
Mm-hmm.
but Taoism especially, there's almost no mystical element.
right. I mean,
It's really just ways of
Yeah.
looking at the world.
Yeah.
well,
but
and it's
they-
like if you look at any kind of religion with a critical eye or like a common sense eye, I can look at the Bible and be like, this is great because if you read it as a fiction,
Yeah.
it's just more morality tales.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason why people can't. That's my thing. But I'm coming
Yeah.
from a rational point of view, also.
Yeah.
You know, but I get so frustrated at my friends that just shut down. Like, oh, you found a new religion? Oh, it's giving you peace? That's stupid. What the fuck is wrong with you? Science is the only thing that's important.
I'm one of those friends.
But like,
one of those friends.
isn't that closed-minded to a point? You don't think?
No, I don't think it's closed-minded.
Being scientific can never really be considered closed-minded because science is the most open-minded way of looking at things.
That seems contradictory to some people that can't just accept, like, some people just like they find peace with.
I have no problem.
But they don't.
I have to.
My problem with religion is
Yeah,
how
I would like
how
to
it
say I don't
affects
hate people
negatively.
for their beliefs.
I look at.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You go open to people
Yeah.
being okay, but not like, oh, I'm a Christian, and being like scoffing at them.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what the fuck?
I agree.
You're
with
a
that.
bad person.
I
now.
agree with that.
Yeah.
That when you actually just disregard the person.
That's what I'm saying. By closed-minded, like you can disagree with a religion.
I talk about religions as a set of ideas, not the people,
Right.
not the people that practice
Right.
them or are especially afflicted by them. Like people who, through no fault of their own, are thrust into like decision making that they wouldn't otherwise have, or believe things like paradise, where they really are okay with blowing themselves up because not because they're crazy, but because they really do think they're going to just some better place.
And that's not just extremist Islam. That's extremist fill in the blank.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I mean,
every religion has
how many
sugar
murderers have like they've been
yeah.
crazy mostly that have said God told them, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, I know. It's
related.
the like you said, that disconnect.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, but I mean, we're talking about two different things. I think
guess so.
too.
You should say you, Michael. when
You,
say
Michael. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that's yeah. We got to get better at that kind of thing.
Michael. It's so weird to say in conversation, but it's necessary.
Michael, you.
One of the
That
things
would be more of a better way.
Michael, me, Michael.
I've been trying to like focus on. One of the things I try to focus on when I'm annoyed with people is that everybody. So we're all flawed inherently.
Yes.
Right.
We have a lot of these are decision making flaws, fallacies, and we all have different ones.
Yeah.
Fallacy.
But I like it's
Yeah.
when someone does something that really bugs you, you have to understand it from their point of view, where they're looking through a lens,
Right.
Yeah.
where they're not seeing things as clearly, and
Right.
you are looking
Certainly.
also through lenses, and so you can't. I don't know. People do things that bug me, but I try not to hate.
That's what you were
them
talking
for it.
about last
Yeah.
time about being happy, like about like it's kind of what you're saying, like trying to see being connected with people. What was the word you used? Being present,
Investing
being
yourself in people.
and that's
Yeah.
the same kind of thing.
You know what's
like,
funny or not funny? It's
Like
actually
Andrew
tragic.
can't admit when he's wrong.
he
That's
can
not true.
sometimes. He can sometimes.
As what?
But
man,
yeah,
that phrase
he's
that
the
just
worst.
came out
But
of
I
my
don't
mouth.
hate him for it.
That is funny. Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true. Listen, like I know that when I take a stance on something, I was clearly wrong about the ear, mouth.
But it
nose
took
thing.
you didn't take our word for it, which I guess
That's what
I
I'm trying.
respect.
That's why I always disagree with people. Is I
Yeah.
can't just take people's word for it. I need evidence. Like people when they tell
You really
introduce
watched Reading Rainbow then.
No,
when they introduce me to something that it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
It even though it's true, the ear canal being connected to the nose and throat, to me right away it sounded ridiculous just because I'm like, why the fuck would the ears be connected to the mouth and nose?
And that's a challenge there because there's a lot of people like I believe in gravity but I can't explain it to you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I can't just have some radical thing introduced to me and be like, I'm gonna believe that now.
Yeah,
I'm always gonna be like, no, that sounds retarded. That's no way that's fucking true.
Yeah,
and I'll say all that, but when you show it to me, I'm like, okay, fuck. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, I was wrong.
Yeah.
And that's ego, but
I feel like I never
have come around, obviously.
am like, I didn't know that. That's right. Mm-hmm. I feel like I try to take in everything and accept that it's probably all wrong. You know, you know what I mean? I have to come from that point of view, which has burdened me. Mm-hmm. But I can't unthink that kind of thing. Like, I don't believe you, but I mean, maybe it is true, maybe it's not true, but everything to me is like...
Is in that...
But I'm reading a fucking book from Chuck Klosterman called But What If We're Wrong, and it's only fueling this fucking obsession of mine, but it's just one of those things that looking at everything critically, but it was a conscious decision a long time ago, but now it's become just second nature.
I see. Yeah.
I don't know, but it's one of those things that's like, well, I get on this tip of like, well, reality's not real, and if I die, it doesn't matter, and that can go down like... a bad place sometimes.
Yeah, I would always.
But I mean, but it's more interesting to me because especially my friends that like believe like these people that believe in science and can't grasp when I tell them. And we've had an argument about that. Like just because like man created science, the idea of calculus of like writing these things, documenting these things like gravity, whatever. Like we call it gravity because from what we can see, this is how it works.
Yeah,
but that's what we can see, which is in like fucking nothing.
Yeah, we're stuck. I don't know how to.
And I think sometimes
we are stuck in
the third dimension.
Yeah, we're stuck in the third dimension, and there clearly are other dimensions, but that we just cannot visit ourselves. So, the only thing we have are things like microscopes or telescopes to visit them. Because they're like
when I pitched this idea of like, so how religion and science kind of aren't that different to a set of different people. The science, like, we only have microscopes.
They have the same objective.
That's what I'm saying. So, but when I've said that to friends that, like, are, like, these staunch people, they're like, shut the fuck up. No, it's nothing like religion. But because they can't wrap their mind around what I'm actually saying.
I agree with those people, though, because science is backed up by series of evidences that, although we can only get bits and pieces of the puzzle,
I'm just saying that there should be
when they all fit in the same puzzle, you get an idea of like what the picture's going to be before you're done.
I'm just saying like there should be some middle ground between the both of them, like there was back in the fucking day. Like Native Americans and those people believed it was all one thing. Which I truly believe is the case. It's a combination.
A lot of pagan religions were just onto it.
That's it. Like it's both. It's alchemy and it's fucking science and it's fucking holistic shit. Maybe.
Well, alchemy was chemistry before they started like really writing stuff down. It's like
theoretical chemistry.
These mushrooms and this plant root, when I boil them, like
become gold.
It's.
gold. I mean, really, that's like
It's like it's a healing medicine, and they thought it was magic, but it was just a science that they didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We've gotten so advanced, but I think we've gotten disconnected from some of the actual like phenomenon or whatever you would want to say about like the things that go on. I don't believe in God, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to go down.
I heard it put best. I forget who said it, but they said magic is just science we don't have a name for or have studied yet, and because people do people can see something crazy happen or have something happen to them that they just can't explain, but it doesn't mean that it is
river's turning blood red.
Doesn't mean it's not magic.
People that have lived next to a blue river for as long as they can remember, I can understand. That's like they see it as an omen, a bad one, clearly. And
there are things that could happen to you where, like, if you could just do something simple like not eat right for like a year, you could have a terrible what is it? Your body could just not be healthy enough to like be producing certain brain chemicals, and then all of a sudden you just start
having a stroke,
or like you just start thinking differently, and then you're all of a sudden open to like a lot more nonsense that otherwise you would be like, oh, that's normal, but to you in this brain state, you're just like, whoa, that had to have been something magical.
I mean, that can work for you in the opposite too. You start eating differently and it unclouds. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Things like that are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like changing your diet to like get rid of tumors and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like smoking weed to get rid of shit. Like crazy. That's fucking magic.
Or you can just be real stupid.
Real stupid.
And there's nothing we can do for you.
Yeah. Or if you don't go to the doctor ever and nobody ever knows that, then you're not sick. That's my angle.
That's true, but I mean, you are not well.
I feel great. I feel great.
I need to go to the doctor at some point. I haven't been in a while.
Well,
so just to get a general checkup. Those are more important than going.
Andrew, you do seem prone to bizarre diseases. So
I am.
Yeah. You got a shitty immune system.
I do. I'm not healthy.
Because you've got a lot of brothers and sisters. You should, in theory, have a really good immune system.
Oh, no, I do, but like, just... I have such a bad diet.
You got bad luck.
Luck,
too.
I actually just recently got a NutriBullet. I told you.
Wait, did you say you have a bad diet?
Blender.
You have a bad diet? Really? I feel like, eating Funyuns and Starburst and drinking every kind of Mountain Dew is like a great... It's like
please,
with the pyramid.
I don't show up with Mountain Dew.
Okay, Sprite Remix.
That was once. I had a soda, asshole. I'm allowed to have a soda.
Yeah, no, but anyways.
Anyway, what I was saying is that's the fundamentals of the food pyramid. Funyuns, Sprite Remix, and Starburst.
You got a small window into my
Andrew
diet, but that's not.
Andrew's the only person that I've been out riding my bike on the trails that I've ran into, and it's happened twice.
I do run.
Think of the chances.
It's weird to me that like how unhealthy you seem, but you actually like run.
But
like,
think about the chances.
I have to do something. I have to do something.
Yeah.
I can't just eat. I can't eat like I'm still in the 7th grade and not work out and expect to be alive.
Not that like Ricky Gervais is like the pinnacle of decision making, but I've heard him say that the reason he works out so much is so that he can live a lifestyle.
Good for you.
Live a lifestyle that where he can like enjoy himself and like drink wine and eat.
He's
food
right
that's
about
not
it.
so great for him, but
as long as you're eating the bad food with good food, eating bad food just will not matter. It's like eat good food, bad food, and exercise.
Yeah.
And it's not.
I mean,
that's
simple to say.
It's complete balance.
I try to fill up on good food.
Yeah.
Like I'll make myself eat a salad for lunch, even I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I like fill up, and then I don't worry about eating good food for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, at least I got all those.
Well, that's why I got the NutriBullet thing. That big blender. That have you ever? You know what those are, right?
Did NutriBullet contact you about advertising?
No, I'm just. I
crazy because
our
first advertising.
I'm okay with it sounding. I'm okay with it sounding like an advertisement because it really has made me.
How does it work?
But it's just a blender, right?
It's a good blender.
It's like what I had. It's like a magic bullet.
It's not. No, you would if you have a blender. You have a blender here, right?
Yeah.
How long does it take to get it pureed?
Wow, it's selling it.
I don't care. I don't care if I'm accidentally selling it.
But even if it takes twice the amount of time, I don't care about. I'm not gonna buy a new blender.
Anyway,
I never used.
No, I'm not saying
blender.
do that. I'm just saying I didn't have a blender. I decided to buy this. And I fucking
Jesus.
And
Let's get there. No, let him get there.
How many low payments will it take for you to have a NutriBullet in your own home?
What do you mean low payments? It's already cheap.
How many?
But seriously, I needed to eat healthy. And this is the only way. I needed bird feed in my mouth. I couldn't chew salad.
Chia seeds.
I didn't want to spend the time to eat fucking
not really. I tried that shit.
Cook or cut vegetables. I was just like, I just want it in my system. I just want the benefits.
That's why I started drinking Soylent and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on that.
That's why I got this. And it works. I start my day with it.
I'm glad you understand what I mean, because it's obnoxious to have to fucking eat food sometimes.
Yeah, for its benefits.
Well,
sometimes I want to just eat delicious.
But when I don't,
food.
which is a lot, it's like, but I feel like shit. But I gotta fucking eat. Ugh.
Yeah, and I do think even when I live with just one other person, it's hard to do like good meals because you get tired of them, they go bad.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard, and especially if you live alone, I can understand.
Oh
that.
yeah, that's another thing.
Start
when I would
pre-cooking like a lot, like big lumps of things.
I have a friend that was. He was telling me that I shouldn't eat eggs the way I do because I use a small amount of butter and I cook 2 eggs. And
That's
he's
delicious.
like, you gotta poach them. because you don't add any fat. And I was like,
poaching, you just boil them. You crack them into and
and
you might as well hard boil them at that point.
Yeah.
It's way
man, I fucking love hard boiled eggs.
Me too. Me too.
But you know what?
That's
I'm not going to
shit.
give up. No. I'm not going to give up my fried eggs.
Yeah.
Fuck
you.
Yeah.
I've been perfecting my egg form for 10 years.
Oh,
it's
the first thing I learned how to cook. Probably when I was 12.
Yeah.
And it's my staple to my diet.
It actually blew my mind.
I'll buy 24 eggs at a time because I know I'm going to blow through them.
Oh yeah. How many do you eat at a time? I eat 6.
I ate four today.
6 eggs at a time?
I'll cook 6 eggs.
I scrambled 4 eggs and ate them real quick in a bowl today.
Oh, that's good. I eat like 2 eggs a day.
What?
I fuck with protein.
How can you? I love eggs. Like if I cook 2 eggs, you just get a small patty.
If I find a new way an eggs is prepared, I'm excited.
Because do you like deviled eggs?
Oh, fuck yeah.
My favorite version of eggs is a good deviled egg.
Well, deviled eggs is like eggs, but you add unhealthy stuff.
No. But Becca made these fucking deviled eggs with, you replace mayonnaise with avocado.
Oh.
They're the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life.
And that recipe is going to be up on our Twitter.
Yep. And there's like some smoked paprika on there.
Yeah,
it tastes
paprika,
like bacon.
yeah.
No, smoked paprika. It tastes like, that's what they use.
Paprika.
That's what they use in the veggie bacon, like the fake bacon. It's smoked paprika. It tastes just like bacon.
About to go home and make these now.
Oh my god.
Delicious. Easy.
They don't take long. Like you hard boil the eggs.
And you just mash up the yolks and mash up the avocado, some lemon juice, some other shit.
Put that shit in your mouth.
Time for the quiz here.
All right,
hide your kids. Time for the quiz.
Hide your kids. Time for the
quiz.
All right,
something different because I was wildly unprepared today.
It's okay.
We're gonna create a new timeline, as
Drew
it were.
has a 10-sided dice.
A 10-sided die.
10-sided die. Sorry.
I have 5 movies picked, so how is this?
Well, 1 and 2 is like the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
3 and 4 is the.
So I'm not going to say what the movies are because then I'll be able to keep them on deck for later. These are ones that came to my head today while I was here, so it's pretty random.
I hope it's Lethal Weapon 1 through 4, and then.
No joke, that's not one of these, but I was like thinking about one, and that was going to be one of them. So I'm glad I didn't because you would have ruined it.
That would have been so funny.
All right, but we did mention Lethal Weapon. That's why it was on my mind. All right.
Yeah.
0.
That's
Chaos
like
roll.
So what's the 5th one?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
This was my wild card.
Well, don't just tell us. You got to do a quiz.
All right. This was my wild card. That's the first clue.
All right.
Let's
wild card.
Pause it here real quick. I'm going to look up the IMDb.
Oh, okay. We're going to be back in 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. So this movie is from 1995.
95.
Action, adventure, fantasy. PG-13.
Okay.
Okay.
PG-13.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Okay.
We should start including that as a clue from now on.
The rating.
I like that. Yeah. Is it?
I'm not going to tell you what it is. Yeah.
I was about to guess.
Maybe I'll go ahead.
Escape from Witch Mountain.
No, that's not 19. That's fucking 80s.
They made some remakes.
That's what I'm having trouble thinking of 90s.
Action.
It's part of a series.
Part of a series.
Okay.
Movies.
Need more.
Let's see. The series is still
going.
What?
Wait a minute. It's a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a fucking movie?
Series of movies.
It's not Harry Potter. Or is it? Okay.
How do you do your thing? Was it like this?
Oh. Yeah. Let's see. Do you want to know the director?
Yes.
Joel Schumacher.
Schumacher.
Ah, shit.
The old shoemaker.
Oh, the old Schumacher.
Fuck.
And you have to give me a specific title, too.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, you mean like, it's this and this?
Possibly.
Okay.
You have to give me a title.
Aliens?
No. It involves a mad scientist type character.
Mad scientist character.
There's a hero.
I imagine.
Back to the Future?
Nope.
Ooh, that was a good
Back
guess.
to the Future 2?
Nope. He's an evil scientist and a criminal.
Are there kids in this movie?
Maybe some children as extras. They're not the main characters.
Okay.
There's a
Clock Stoppers?
no. There's a team of heroes that must try to defeat these.
Scooby-Doo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh, not a bingo. Let's see.
Fuck.
You want to know some actors? Is
Yes.
that too much?
Ooh.
Thomas Lee Jones.
Don't know him.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, Thomas Lee
Thomas-
Jones.
Thomas
when
Lee
you said
Jones.
Thomas Lee Jones, it really
Don't know him.
Who the fuck is that?
Val Kilmer.
Men in Black.
No.
God
Val Kilmer was
damn it.
not-
Well, I was thinking
Top Gun.
PLJ.
Drew Barrymore has a small role. Very small.
Oh, Beetlejuice?
No.
No, that's Winona Ryder.
Nicole Kidman is in it.
Nicole Kidman?
Nicole
This is a
Kidman
star-studded movie.
plays the
Young
love interest.
Einstein?
No. Nicole Kidman. Oh, Val Kilmer. Nice. No,
Yeah.
not that.
I think it's earlier than 95.
All right. Jim Carrey's in this.
Batman?
The Mask 2.
Batman. It's Batman.
Batman 2. Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
Fuck!
That was intense.
Sorry, Andrew.
I was giving good clues too.
God damn it.
Sorry.
You had
son of a
Batman, but
bitch.
I needed a specific one.
I did just sort of. Well, in my defense, Drew and I pretty much said the thing almost at the exact same time. He got it before me though last week.
That's true.
And
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
it was like spelled out. For
Yeah,
us.
That's true.
it's pretty close.
So
Man, that was a
Forever.
barn burner. Yeah, that was my wild card. It's notoriously like one of the worst
Yeah.
ones.
That's
Is that the
fine,
nipples?
but
That's the
I-
nipples one, right?
I love it. I
Okay.
fucking love this movie. I love every Batman movie. So, spoiler, I'm gonna give this movie a Drew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
No, that's good. That's fun.
if I like
I was
to
honestly
remind
thinking-
people that Batman used to be way fucking worse, and I'm probably gonna go on a tangent.
Yeah.
Or like nine.
no.
Oh, this is good. At
Can
least
we
it'll
just
be
not
warranted
talk about
this time.
Batman versus Superman.
No, at least
Very
We
long.
can talk about
At
I'll
least-
try to keep it short.
At least this time it'll make sense that we're talking about it because we're talking about Batman.
We can talk. Listen, it's going to be a 2-hour podcast. I'll try not to steamroll you guys about Batman.
That was fine.
All right.
I
cool.
plan on learning a lot because I haven't seen this movie yet. And,
You've never seen it?
I've never seen Batman Forever. No.
Have you seen any of the old Batmans?
I've
Not
seen all the
like
old
not from
ones.
beginning to end.
Okay.
I've seen them.
Well, you know who fucking Batman is.
Oh, yeah.
So there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That's what you need to know about.
Oh
this
yeah, I'm
movie.
not. I don't think I'm
because
unprepared for
they
this.
don't
Just
give a shit about Batman.
in this
Joel
movie.
Schumacher didn't
Yeah.
give a shit.
That's another thing. I didn't know Joel Schumacher directed.
he
this
he
one.
took up the mantle after Tim Burton.
That's crazy.
This is the fourth one.
The fourth one.
It
okay.
was Batman Returns.
Is this the one?
Batman
With,
and Robin and Batman
Wait,
Forever.
I thought Batman and Robin was after.
is this the one with Poison Ivy?
No.
That was the before.
This is the one with Riddler and Two-Face.
Okay.
Jim Carrey as Riddler.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you're right. Jim
Batman,
Carrey
yeah, you're
and,
right. Batman and Robin came out in
Tommy Lee
97.
Jones.
Oh, it's after.
Yeah.
That seems wrong to me. I can never
Sorry.
remember the place because it seems like, oh, we're introducing Robin.
I know they should have switched the
Yeah.
titles because
Man.
Robin joined
They're just arbitrary titles.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
He directed Phantom of the Opera.
Fucking goddamn.
Way better movie than those two Batman movies.
Phone booth.
Holy shit.
Fucking.
Phone Booth too,
Lost Boys.
Yeah, Lost Boys.
He St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
I just didn't know that he did Phantom of the Opera until just now.
Oh, the Gerard Butler one.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I love that one.
It's
so
not.
much.
It's not. I wish he were scarier.
Yeah, he wasn't as
He's
scary.
handsome as hell.
Yeah.
Like nobody's afraid. The old.
Well, that's the
OG Phantom of the
Andrew-
Opera, the fucking pig nose
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. That was
Remake that shit.
Gerard Butler's was the Andrew Lloyd Webber version of Phantom of the Opera. The one you're talking about was before the musical. That was just the myth
yeah,
of
when it
Phantom of
was
the
like
Opera.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There was no-
I
there
thought
was
they
no-
were just. That's awesome.
Yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote the.
I remember
Wrote a
seeing
musical version.
wrote a musical
that's more
for
like-
the Legend of Phantom of the Opera.
I remember seeing that and Nosferatu.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're all sort of the same story, not story, but like they're from the same
Oh, yeah.
pool of stories.
Notre Dame and Phantom of the Opera for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the black and white they're silent films, right?
Yeah.
Nosferatu,
Like,
for sure.
They were some of
I
the
remember
first
seeing
movies.
those when I was really, really little on some classic movies and being so freaked out, especially the fucking Hunchback movie. If you look at that, he's...
Oh, yeah.
Those, like, classic effects, like the makeup effects, like, they're so much creepier now,
Really?
even when they weren't trying.
Because
like that
just...
Twilight Zone episode, the fucking...
With the gremlin on the wing?
Oh, there's something on the
Patrick.
wing. No, the
one where her face is wrapped up.
called?
William Shatner. I don't
The
know.
number
I said
2
Patrick.
looks like you. Is that one?
I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, it's like
All
she's
those
a
pig
beautiful
faces.
woman.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
it, that's
gonna.
it, yeah. She's like bandaged up, and you expect her to be looking like fucking crazy, but it turns out you haven't seen anyone else yet, and they all look crazy.
It's amazing.
She looks beautiful.
But yeah, it's crazy. Maybe because it was shot in black and white too, it gives like a different look. Yeah. All right.
It's one of my favorite Twilight Zones, by the way.
Yeah, me too.
It really blew
It is
my
my
mind.
favorite.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's just so simple.
We'll see you in this episode's going up in like a week, which is strange.
Oh, we're skipping.
Well, we'll see.
Whatever.
See how
No, it makes sense, I guess, if we're gonna skip next week.
We can't record next week,
Yeah,
so
okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter, Instagram,
Whatever.
iTunes. Give us a rating on the iTunes. We would appreciate it.
Yeah, that's the most important.
Do rough sketches of what you think we look like.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Based on our voices.
Yes. That's always.
Based-
I don't think
based
anybody
on our
listens to
instruments.
this that doesn't know us, so it's alright. It's the Hair Club for Movies.
Silent films are underrated.
Hair Club for Movies. Huh?
Yeah.
Silent films.
We
Underrated.
watch the movies. Hair Club for Movies.
Cat's like, are they fucking done yet? God, I've been waiting here to sit on that table forever.
Bye.